Owen, you've done some crazy shit, man, and you have a interesting story. You shouldn't be here, you know? Honestly, something's looking out for you, bro. Everything I've heard. But this story right here, it's gotta be one of the tops. So, go ahead, tell me what you started, and I had to cut you off, so tell me your experience with this and audience.
So I was transporting drugs to Kentucky, and I had a vehicle at the time. This is back before I got homeless real bad, and I transported the drugs, dropped them off in Kentucky. My best friend helped me get rid of them, and on the way back, I didn't have no license, you know. That's just the way I was living. I didn't have no license. Here I am driving from West Palm to Kentucky and back. On the way back, I got pulled over for speeding, and I got a driving while license revoked charge, but they didn't take me to jail. They gave me a warrant or a thing for court, and I never showed up for court because I don't go to court. And so I got arrested in Palm Beach County Jail on a different charge months later, and they extradited me to Okeechobee County Jail. So I got extradited back to Okeechobee County Jail, and I'm waiting, you know. At Okeechobee County Jail, there's no like first appearance, you know. It was I was just waiting, and I didn't know when I was going to fucking court, and I'm getting, you know, a little bit irritated. I'm getting dope sick myself. I'm on like, you know, I've been waiting for 72 hours for Okeechobee to come pick me up in West Palm, and finally they came and got me and got transferred there. About 4 days later, I'm there at the Okeechobee County Jail. And
does this tie into the whole bus trip?
No, this is a different time.
Okay. Did that transportation do you like dirty like that?
No, this was just a cop car deal, because Okeechobee County was only like about 30 minutes from West Palm. It's a real straight shot. I got there in like an hour in the back of a cop car. Totally different than the prisoner transport deal. So yeah, this story's crazy. I got to Okeechobee County Jail, and I get put in the population, and immediately I get on the phone. I got my buddy Kenneth Raven, and he's a millionaire, New York state attorney, and you know, we're really good friends. And I called him on the jailhouse phone. I'm like, Ken, I'm like, yo, you got to come get me, bro. I said, I just got to Okeechobee County Jail, and I'm processed, and I'm just waiting on you to come bomb me out. He's like, I'm not coming to get you. And on the phone, I had no idea. I wasn't really thinking clearly. They were listening in on my conversation. I said, bro, if you don't come get me, I'm fitting to flip my shit. And that's all I said. I didn't really go into any detail about how I was going to do it or anything else. I just said, I'm going to flip my shit. Well, about an hour and a half later, they're like over the intercom, hey, Owen, pack your stuff up. And I was like, oh, man. I was like, that's quick, bro. I was like, yes, my boy. I'm going home. And so I packed my stuff up real quick, and I'm waiting at the door for them to open the door, and so I can walk through the hallway to the booking counter so I can get my property and get out. And on the way to the property desk, Sergeant's walking with me, and he goes, all right, I need you to get in this cell right here and wait for a second. I said, okay. So they put me in this cell, and they shut the door, and they're like, Sergeant's like, oh, I got something to tell you. He said, you're not getting bonded out right now. He's like, we're listening on your conversation, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to put you up here in observation. We're gonna need your clothes. I need you to get butt naked, and you're gonna be sitting in this cell. You got no mat. It's just gonna be this steel bench, and you're just gonna have to, you know, deal with it. And I was like, for how long, bro? And he's like, I don't know yet. He's like, I'm gonna have the nurse come over here and evaluate you. And this was a Thursday. And it was like 3-4 o'clock in the afternoon. The nurse comes over there and she goes, hi, Mr. Culpepper. She said, it appears you made some threats on the phone. We think you're in a danger to yourself and a danger to somebody else, and we're just going to have to keep you here in the butt naked cell for the next 24 hours till Friday at 5 p.m. And I was like, all right. I was like, I can do 24 hours in this cell, no problem. And I'm dope sick, and whatever. I've been through a lot worse. And so 24 hours, and I can go back to population and get on that phone and get, you know, manipulate the hell out of Ken to come get me. And so I'm waiting, I'm counting down the hours. 24 hours comes, it's 5 o'clock. I'm waiting on the nurse. I got this little hole to look out in this cell, and I'm like, was waiting for somebody to walk by so I can try to get their attention. And finally the sergeant walks up and I'm like, yo, Sarge. I was like, hey, what's up, man? I was like, it's that time. I was like, where's the nurse? He's like, bro, I got some really bad news. He said, the nurse has a son who plays in the marching band on Friday Night Football at the high school game. And she's already left early today and she's not gonna be here back till Monday. And it's sinking in, bro, and I'm gonna have to sit here for another 72 hours with no phone call. And I'm getting really, really sick, bro, and dry heaving and stuff. And I'm getting mad, bro, you know, I'm mad. And I got these cups that are built up in my room from the trays that have been coming through the bing hole, you know, after every lunch, breakfast, and dinner. And they're hard plastic cups. And I grab the cups and I take them and I start beating them on my head. And I'm like, Sarge, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna flip. And dude, the blood's just coming, squirting out of my head. I got cuts all over me. And I see him walking over behind the desk and he grabs this canister of riot mace. And he's like, sticks it in the bing hole, because it's a big canister. It's this big. It's not these little cans like you got on your key ring. This is a big riot mace. And he sticks in the bing hole. He says, Culpepper, he says, stand down. Now, meanwhile, I'm butt naked. I got these blood coming off my head, and I'm in the cell. I'm like, bring it. I'm like, homeboy, listen. I said, you don't know who you fucking with. I'm telling you now. I said, I'm finna lose my shit. He's like, stand down, back up to the sound of my voice, he says, or I'm gonna spray you. I said, motherfucker, I said, I eat mace. And about that time, he dished it on me. The whole canister came out in about 5 seconds. And I'm covered from head to toe. I got orange peelings, bro, and you could actually, they're just all over me. And at the time, I'm so mad, bro, and I'm so upset. Dude, I'm rubbing it in, you know, I'm like, I eat motherfucking mace, you know, and so I see him drop. I heard the canister drop, and I heard him go to the other. I'm looking to see where he's at, and I'm just barely, it's starting to sink in. I'm starting to get in pain now, and I'm having trouble breathing. And he grabs another canister. He sticks it in the bing hole. He's like, I'm gonna get you again. He's like, stand down. He said, back up to the sound of my voice. I said, you know, F you, and here he goes. He sprays it. He empties the whole canister. Another canister. This is 2 canisters now. I've done 2 canisters of mace, painted orange from head to toe, butt naked. And I can't see anything now. I'm losing my sight. I'm hyperventilating. I can't breathe. My detox is coming through my pores, bro, and I'm burning up. And there's mace all over the floor, so I can't even hardly walk. I'm slipping in the mace on the ground, and I get on my knees and I'm screaming, crying, bro. I'm in so much pain, dude. And I'm like, yo, God, please help me, man. And I can hear the sergeant saying, yo, all you have to do is back up to the sound of my voice, and we'll decontaminate you, Owen. Calm down, calm down. So I'm starting to back up on my knees to the door, and he's like, put your hands behind your back, and he cuts me up. And I'm like, all right, man, what's going on? I can't even talk. I'm not talking like that. I'm screaming. I can't breathe. I'm like, I can't breathe. 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 And they take me out of the cell and they put me in this black chair. Have you ever seen those jail videos, Las Vegas jailhouse thing where they have that black chair they strap you in? Mm-mm. Yeah, when you get out of hand, they put you in this black chair and they strap you into this thing. It's like a race car type deal. The restraints are. Okay. And they tie your hands down the chair and you're like this, and you can't move. You can only do like this. So I'm covered in mace, butt naked. There's girl guards walking around me, and you know, whatever, I don't care. And so I'm strapped down like this, and I'm like, please decontaminate me. He said, not till you calm down. I said, I'm calm down. I can't breathe. I couldn't even talk, bro. It's not even coming out like the way I'm saying it. I'm just, please. And I'm tearing, bro. I'm crying like a baby, bro. I've never been through so much pain in my whole life, ever. At Riot Mace, I've been tased before, and that was nothing compared to mace. Nothing. So they let me sit in that chair for about 24 hours, bro. 24 hours I sat in that chair strapped down. And, you know, after a few hours, I just, you know, gave in. The pain becomes so so bad you just get used to it. You know, it's just like it numbs your whole body, and you're just. But I was still hyperventilating. I couldn't catch my breath. I couldn't catch my breath for 24 hours. I couldn't catch my breath. And they came over there finally after I calmed down and got those hours in on the chair, and they took me to the shower, and I got the big chunks off of me, and they're putting Band-Aids all over my head. At the time I had a bald head, and they're putting the Band-Aids in on my head, and butterfly stitches and stuff, and I'm still burning up. I'm still on fire, bro. Even though the mace is completely off of me, I'm still on fire. I still can't breathe. This is 24 hours. This is the next day. And the only thing that, if you've been maced before, the only thing that helps, water makes it worse. The only thing that helps is a fan. And they put this big commercial fan in there, and they plugged it in, and it's blowing on me, bro. And I'm finally like, oh. So it was about another 10 or 12 hours before I started feeling normal again. But let me tell you something about mace. As bad as I was detoxing, it took the detox completely out of my body. Them peppers pulled every bit of opiates and whatever else I was doing at that time out of my system in minutes. Because when I was done with the mace, when it wore off, there was no more detox left in me. None. It took it right out of me. So if you ever want to do a rapid detox, just spray yourself with mace, and you'll be all right.
Oh man, dude, that's a hell of a story, bro.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a story, bro. Well, don't get maced by Riot Mace, and try to stay the hell out of the institutions.
That's right. Stay out.